welcome to Pilates tonight. I am Hannah, I'll be your instructor for this evening. Before we commence, do we have any injuries or pregnancies that I should know about?
Pregnant, third trimester.
Oh, exciting. Okay, no problem. So throughout the class today, I'll just come and check on both of you. We'll make some adjustments for the pregnancy, in particular with the core. But I'll set everyone else up and I'll come over to you and we'll work together for those. But if we are all good, we will come sitting on the mirror side, which we already are, almost. No, we're on the current side. And we're just going to start with some nice shoulder rolls. So we're going to send our shoulders up to our ears, all the way back around, down, back up. Stay with that for a little bit. Awesome, and sending the shoulders the other way, so coming back, up, around, and down. Coming back to center, we're going to tuck our chin to our chest, roll our ear to our shoulder, sending our head all the way back around to the other side, staying in this direction for a few more. Center and sending our head the other way. Really embracing that crunch. Alright, coming back to center, we're going to take a nice big breath and sending our arms up. We're going to interlace our fingers on top of our head and just lean through to one side, give a nice side stretch. Coming back to center, to the other. Back to center, and we're going to dive down to the floor, nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming down. Have a nice soft bend in those knees, and just sway from side to side here for a second, hanging nice and heavy. We're going to nod our head back and forth like we're saying yes, to get a nice stretch of that neck. And then from side to side like we're saying no. And when you're ready, we're going to roll up to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae, really coming up nice and slow. Our head will be the last thing to come up. Alright, we're going to come into our footwork warm-up. So Leah, I'll get you to pop this one behind your shoulder pads. Our level 1 is 2 reds and a blue. Our level 2 string options is 2 reds, a blue and yellow. Or if you really want to give it a burn, 2 reds, 2 blues. Once your springs are all ready, we don't need to repeat anything. I want you to jump onto your reformers, lying down with your shoulders against the grabbing cord of your dumbbells next to your reformer as well. And then coming to lying down with your shoulders against the shoulder pads, head on the headrest, and we're going to start with our heels on that foot bar. So we're just going to keep those weights by our chest for now. And our first movement, so our heels are going to be hip distance apart. Flexing our feet up so our toes are facing towards the sky. We're going to take a deep breath in to prepare. As we exhale, we're going to draw our belly button to our spine and tuck our pelvis under slightly, pushing that lower back nice and heavy on the carriage. On our next exhale, we're just going to push that carriage away and draw it in as we inhale. Do you want me to put the stoppers on? I can as well just to reduce how far in you're coming. Is that something like this swishing?
Maybe, yeah. Thank you.
Alright. Just really making sure you're touching your thumbs and chest is all back. Alright. On our next one, when we push that carriage away, we're going to add a chest press. So as we push the carriage away, we're sending our fists up to the sky with the weights before we bring them back. We're going to do a nice wide chest press here though, so our elbows are going to be out by our side. We're sending them nice. Yeah, perfect. Making sure those hands stay stuck in the chest as they come up. Nice and wide to begin with, and they're coming up and in. Making sure we're breathing through this movement. feeling good. Remember, stay with what layout is more comfortable for you, Leah. Just stay with the in and out. So if you're feeling a little bit more comfortable for you. In 5, 4, in 3, you're maybe halfway. We're going to add a pulse. 2 and 1. We push that carriage all the way out. Draw it back in halfway. We're going to pulse for 2 before we push the carriage all the way back out, and then draw it back in. Good job. So we're pushing the carriage away, drawing it in halfway for 2 pulses, pushing it all the way back out, and then drawing it back in. Alright, in 5, we're just going to stay with those pulses to finish. In 3, 2, and 1. Bring that carriage halfway. Our arms are extended and we're pulsing. We're here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. Push that carriage all the way out. Bring it back in. Bring your knees to your chest for a quick little hug. And we're just going to place our heels directly back onto that foot bar in the exact same setup. But this time we're going to go into some glute bridges. Yeah, we'll keep the weights to our hands. So with this one there, you're just going to have less range of motion. I'll just set everyone up for our Alright, so for our glute bridges, ladies, we're going to do the same preparation. We're inhaling to prepare, exhaling, we're drawing that belly button to our spine, focusing on drawing those ribs to our hips and tucking that pelvis under, pushing that lower back really heavy on the platform. On your next exhale, you're going to roll up into your glute, so into your glute bridge. So vertebrae by vertebrae, we're sending our bum up first, rolling through a C-spine to come up to a nice glute bridge before we roll back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. What goes up first will come down last. When we come into this glute bridge, really focusing on trying to send those knees over our toes. So we don't want to put too much pressure onto our shoulders. We really want to push our knees forward up in that glute bridge. On our next one, we're going to add a narrow chest press here. So as we come up into that glute bridge, we're going to hold that glute bridge and push our hands to the side in a nice narrow. Our palms are facing inwards before we bring them back down. And we're going to send that glute bridge forward. We're going to try and send our knees over our toes. And then we're coming up, rolling through that spine. So we're going to send this part down first and then down to third feet. Alright, we're going to add a tricep extension if we're feeling good here. So we're going to roll up into that glute bridge, push our arms up that narrow press, and then we're going to bend at our elbows for a tricep extension before we straighten our arms back out and lower ourselves back. Yeah. We're going to roll up into that glute bridge, push our arms away, bending at our elbows, sending those weights towards our head before we straighten our arms and roll back down. Nice and slowly through that movement. Good job. In 5, we're just going to hold that glute bridge and stay with the tricep extensions. In 3, 2, and 1, coming up to that nice high glute bridge. We're going to stay with those tricep extensions, sending those arms back towards our head, bending at the elbows only. For 5, 4, 3, squish those glutes, 2, and 1. Good job. We're going to roll down, bring your knees to your chest, give them a nice little hug, rocking from side to side whenever it's more comfortable. And we're going to come straight into our core series. So our spring options for the core are going to be the same because we're not using the carriage. I'm going to come and lower everyone's foot bars down. foot bar, just to have a little bit more tension under the
And roll
Open up the
out
arms.
legs.
I just set everyone up for this and then I come around
Yep.
and just do toe taps and I'll come through and
Yep.
together. For everyone else, we're going to grab hold of our dumbbells and we're going to come lying onto our machine, our carriage. Just me, it's 70 now. Yep, so we come lying onto our carriage, shoulders just below those shoulder blocks. And we're just going to start with a crunch. So inhaling to prepare, exhaling, we're going to draw our vertebrae to our spine, tuck our pelvis under, and lift our chest just slightly off the carriage. Yeah, so our weights are just sitting at our chest for now. Just this little crunch, so full sit up. So we're just going to come just our chest and stuff up. Yeah, and then come back down. Really, with this crunching motion, guys, we really want to focus on having that C spine here. So a really nice deep curve in our back. So punching through our shoulders almost. Opposite of what everyone says. So I'll see you in toe taps here. So you're just going to raise those on the top. I'm just going to lower it a little right and left. That helps with that. If you want any more of a challenge, just do separately extension. So toe taps now.
Yeah.
We're about to add an element, but if it's too much, you can adjust it. Alright, if we're feeling good here, we are going to add a full roll up from this crunch. So this time, instead of just coming into our chest lift, we're going to come to a really deep, steep spine and then roll all the way up to sitting. So we're going to come up into that crunch, really curving through our back. Curve, 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 come up nice and tall, and then curve on the way back down as well. So you're going to really, really hunch over through your back. Good job. Stay with this toe taps.
Very nice.
Reset. Go.
Good
Good job.
job.
Good job. Good job. Nice. Really nice deep curves. If I took a photo of you from the side, I should be able to see a very clear C shape of your spine. All right. In 10, if you're feeling good, we're going to add a overhead press. In 10. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time we're coming all the way up into that roll up. Once we're sitting nice and high in that sit up, we're just going to press our weights over our head before we roll back down through that spine, really focusing on tucking that pelvis under and curving through that spine. Really want to have that deep C.
I'll just add them after each single toe tap, eh?
Yeah, I think that's feeling good. If it's feeling like too much, then you just drop the weights. You can also add
Just a little bit of a rest. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna
Yeah,
throw
that's
it.
good.
I was like, whew.
Yeah, doing great, Mama.
Yeah.
Mama.
Yeah.
All right, we're not here for too much longer, ladies. In 10, we're just gonna hold halfway, add that little Russian twist to finish. In 5, 4, in 3, you're meeting me halfway on that roll up. 2, and 1, we're coming halfway, our weights around our chest, and we're just going to rotate from side to side, making sure we're keeping that C spine here, coming halfway up.
We go down between each one?
No,
or
we're going to stay here, we're burning out those Russian twists for 5,
Yeah. Yeah, you
4,
can.
Here we are.
3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys, lying all the way back down. Bring your knees to your chest, rocking you from side to side, give that core a nice little break. We are moving on to our legs now, so whenever you're ready, we're going to set up for our lunges. Coming onto the mirror side of our reformer, our spring options are going to be level 1 is 1 single blue spring, level 2 is a yellow. If you just go blue.
Blue?
Yeah,
Blue.
blue. This one, if you're feeling like you want a little bit more support, we can take the blue yellow one, but that might be a bit too much strength. So coming onto the mirror side of our reformers, we're going to set up for a long tippy bird lunge. So you will need hold of your dumbbells. We're not quite done with those. So our mirror side foot is going to come in line with the springs, and our curved side foot is going to come onto our reformer against the shoulder pad. So yeah, our mirror side foot is going to come in line with those springs, and our curved side foot is going to come up onto the carriage, up against that shoulder pad. carriage away with a nice straight back leg and lean right over into that tippy bird. So our chest is going to come towards the floor and we're leaning right into that glute before we come back to standing, keeping that back leg straight if we can. Yep, so push that carriage away with a nice straight back leg, leaning right over. You can let your arms dead hang in this lunge so that you just stay by that working leg. We want to make sure here that our working knee doesn't come over our ankle, so we're keeping our weight back. Perfect, good job. We're going to bend this thing. You can stop your balance. Your balance? Yeah. Just take it. Good job. Yep. Next one, we're going to add a dumbbell row again. So when we push that carriage away, we're going to hold that nice deep lunge and we're just going to row those dumbbells back, keeping our elbows tucked by our sides before we lower them and then come back up to standing. Looking really good, ladies. How are you feeling, Leah?
Okay.
Yeah, if it's feeling like a little bit too much, you can set this down a little bit further.
Yeah, I might try that. Yeah, no, I like that thing there.
Alright, remembering to stay with whatever layer is available to you and comfortable. But if you're feeling good, we're going to add a scooter here. We are probably just stay with the lunge here.
Yeah.
If we're feeling good, we're going to send that carriage away. We're coming down into that lunge. We're rowing for one. And then we're going to scooter that back leg in, drag the carriage back before we straighten our leg back out and come to standing. Yep, so we're going to bend that knee, drag the carriage in, perfect. Good job, guys. You can put your hands onto the foot bar for support if you need, and you can also drop the weight for a little bit too much. It's absolutely fine. We're not here for much longer. Take breaks when you need. In 10, we're just going to stay with either just holding that lunge or just scootering to finish. So pick your poison. In 5, 4, 3, going to be in that nice deep lunge. 2 and 1. We're holding that lunge out, or we're going to stay here and scooter. We're only here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bring that carriage all the way back in. Give your leg a nice little tap. Happy glutes, whatever you need. And we're going to come into a bit of upper body and core here. We're going to come into a wheelbarrow series. So our spring's going to stay the same for this. And we're going to just place our dumbbells to the side for now. We just don't need them for this part. Yeah, you should be able to do most of it. I'm just going to reduce the range of motion for you. Oh yeah, we put the, we'll do a red, I reckon a red is the red. Yeah. Red, yellow. Alright, so we're going to set up for our wheelbarrow here. So coming onto our carriage with our hands on the foot bar, kneeling on our knees. So the difference between setting up for a plank and a wheelbarrow is with a plank we would usually set up so our shoulders are stacked directly on top of our wrists. But with a wheelbarrow we're going to push that carriage out a little bit and have a bit of a diagonal from our hands. So we're not going to be directly stacked on top, we're going to be away a little bit. Perfect. Alright, our first movement here is we're just going to add a push up. So we're going to bring our chest right down to that bar as low as we can and then push up. Coming down as low as you can. If you need to bring the carriage in a little bit, like Natalie's done really good here. If you need to bend your knees under, so you're not so much out of your plank, you can.
Is it a wide push-up or narrow?
Yeah, it'll be whatever's more comfortable for you. If you want to get more triceps, you can, but I would suggest that nice wide grip, get more chest muscles going here.
Because I can't do the other one.
Yeah. Maybe one day I can, but not right now. Alright, on our next one, we're going to add a wheelbarrow extension. So we're coming to that push up. We're going to push back out. With our arms extended, we're going to push that carriage away from our shoulders. Just like that. Yeah, perfect. Sending it back and then bringing it back forward a little bit, resetting and going straight to a push up. you're feeling really, really good here, you can put your feet on top of those shoulder pads and do a full push-up, but staying with where you are is perfectly fine as well. Our last layer, and again this is optional, is in that extended wheelbarrow position. Can we perform the push-up from there? So we're going to extend those arms out from our shoulders. Can we do a low push-up? This is going to be a lot more of that shoulder pushing in. Yep, so we're going to send that carriage away. And coming nice and low, can we push up, bring our head towards the bar? Yeah, so we would, our head would
And then back in?
Yeah, and then bring it back in. Yeah, yeah.
And then another short one?
Yes, sorry. So a little push up, extension. Can you do a dive? If not, we're just going to say those exceptions. We're only here for another 10. 8, 7, 6. Finishing really nice and strong. Make these your best ones yet. 3, 2, and 1. Good job, ladies. Bring that carriage back to park. Give her a shot, a little circle. Give them a stretch. Whatever feels good. She did really well. Everyone looks really nice and strong there. And we're going to come into our lunges on the other side of the reformer. So coming into our curtain side, grabbing hold of our weights. Sorry. Alright, setting up for those lunges again, we've got our curtain side foot up against those springs and our mirror side comes onto the carriage, this time against the shoulder block. When you're ready, we're going to straighten that back leg out and extend the carriage away, coming to our nice tippy bird lunge. Our arms are hanging by our side with those weights before we come back to standing.
Oh yeah.
There you go, good job. Nice long lunge, so we don't need to bring the carriage all the way back to park. We're going to try and keep that back leg straight through this movement. Alright. On our next one we're going to add that narrow row. So we're going to push that carriage away. Our arms are hanging by our side. We bring our arms up. Elbows tucked by our side. Put that down. Press the carriage in. Whoa! Well, blah, blah, blah. Not bending this knee. We use not the weight. Oh, yeah. Then you can stay with that. I just didn't know if you're having pain or yeah. You'll thank me later. You'll hate me now, but you'll thank me later. So, is it right later today? Alright, just like before, if you're feeling really good, we're going to add that scooter, but remember, stay with what's comfortable for you. If you're going to add the scooter, we push that carriage away, we add the narrow row, bending that back knee in to drag the carriage in before we straighten our leg back out and then come to standing. If it's too much, stay with what's comfortable. You can just stay with those rows or you can just stay with the lunges. There is no shame in listening to your body and performing the movements correctly. We're not here for much longer.
Feel anchor on this side.
There's always one stronger side.
Yeah.
I must be dominant on my other side too because I'm balancing.
Alright, in 10, we're just going to either stay with that lunge hold or we're going to scooter to finish. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're either holding out in that lunge nice and deep or we're going to scooter. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. Killed it. Good job. Bring that courage in. Give that leg a nice shake out. You deserve it. We're going to give those legs a nice break. That was the end of our legs. We're coming into upper body now, so we can head into the upper body now. Our spring options, our level 1 will be a yellow, our level 2 is a blue, and our level 3 is a blue yellow. Alright, so we're going to start by kneeling on our carriage facing the mirror side. We will need our dumbbell, just one single dumbbell at this point. We're going to come kneeling facing the mirror, and we're going to kneel onto our bums. We're not going to be in a high kneel just yet. If this is uncomfortable for you, we can do this on a box. This is uncomfortable for us. It's okay. If
Yeah.
we know, we can put the box on you straight
I won't be doing any kneeling because I feel like I'll forward, but I'm happy to stay
We
here.
can just let me know.
Thank you.
And if you guys want string changes, let me know. I can make it harder. If not, we're going to, with our right hand, reach over and grab hold of that short strap, the front short strap. Yep, the mirror side short strap. With our right hand, and we're going to hold a dumbbell in our left hand. So a bit of crisscrossy here. Then we're just going to come into a draw the sword to begin with. So our dumbbell is just going to rest on our shoulder. Our arm is coming from our hip. We're going to lead this movement with our elbow, bringing our arm all the way up to our shoulder, our wrist to our shoulder, and then extend our arm out to a full draw the sword. And then resheathing the sword. We're going to add a dumbbell press with that other hand. So once we've drawn the sword, we're going to hold that and add one single dumbbell press before we reset. If you're feeling like you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you can add a high kneel here. So as we draw the sword, we'll come up into a high kneel, hold that high kneel at that dumbbell press, and then we lower as we re-sheath the sword. Perfect. Looking really nice and strong, ladies. If that high kneel is too easy, you can hold the high kneel, making that little extra challenge. Staying up through the whole movement, adds more tension. But in 10, we're just going to hold that static hold, that draw the sword, and we're just going to say with those dumbbell presses in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to hold that draw the sword, and we're just staying with those dumbbell presses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, ladies. Now we're not going to hang those straps up just yet. We're going to swap our working hands. So with the hand that's been holding the dumbbell, we're going to grab hold of that short strap and keep that dumbbell in the same hand. So we've got the strap and the dumbbell in our same hand. And we're going to rotate to face our foot bar. So you can say sitting on the box, yeah, that's fine. If you want me out the box, just let me know. Now this is going to be quite challenging. If you want me to change the strings, I can. We've got weight and resistance here, so let me know. You got it. I believe in you.
You got it.
That's nice and strong. Alright, from here, we're just going to stay kneeling on it to our bums, and we're just going to start with a shoulder press. So both our arms coming from 90-90 cactus, and we're just going to push those those hands above our head, bringing our arms back by our side, our shoulders, our elbows are staying in line with our shoulders. Good job, guys. Yes, the further forward, further away from the shoulder pads you are, the more tension on the strap. And if you also lean forward, that will add another element of additional tension because you're putting more tension on the strap.
You had me at tension.
Taking breaks when you need, but you're all looking really good. good, we're going to add an offering. So we're coming into our shoulder press. We bring our arms back all the way down by our side, rotating our wrists to the side, and then we come forward, raising our palms to be in line with our shoulders for an offering, bringing our arms back, coming into a shoulder press. So it's almost like you're doing a bit of around the world in that movement, but it's a shoulder press to an offering. Yep, so with that offering, we're just going to make sure bring your arms up. Yeah, nice. So your palm, it's like the offering of plate of food. It's going to be up in line with your shoulders. You've got it. You can drop the weight if it's too much. You guys are looking really good. We're not here for too much longer. In 5, we're just going to stay with those offerings. 3, 2, and 1. We're just going to sit nice and tall here. Staying with those offerings. Breathing through these movements, ladies. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bring your arms back. You can hang that strap up on the long strap. And we're going to stay in the exact same position. But this time, grab the short strap in the other hand and swap the dumbbell over. Is everyone's springs okay? Does anyone need to change anything? You killed it. You're on the blue.
Oh, wow.
I had boys doing this class the other day and they were all in yellow. Yeah, same position. So yeah, we're doing the exact same thing here. We're just going to start with those dumbbell, the shoulder presses.
Right.
Nice wide, nice and cactus. We're going to send those arms above our head, before coming back down. Exhaling as we push those arms away, inhaling as we reset. Remembering our breath powers our movement. The more mind-muscle connection you can make and more breath connection you can make with the exercise, the easier you'll find it, even though it's still hard.
Yeah.
Looking really good, ladies. How's it feeling for everyone? Yeah? Almost at the end. How good. Alright, if you're feeling good again, we're going to add those offerings. So this time we'll push away from that shoulder press. We bring those arms all the way down by our side. Our wrists rotate towards the ceiling. And then we extend our arms out. Our palms come level with our shoulders before we bring them back by our side and restart. Yeah, absolutely, that's fine. Still killing it. It's pretty hard with the weight and resistance in the same hands, so you guys are doing really, really good. Alright, in 5, we're just going to stay with those offerings. In 3, 2, and 1, we're staying with those offerings. Our arms come up to our shoulder and return by our side. We're here for 5, 4, finish really nice and strong here. Breathe through that movement. 2, and 1. Good job. Shake your arms out. And we're going to rotate to kneeling towards the curtain side. Swapping the strap into our other hand, so we're working our left arm this time. And we're really hurting my ankle. Yeah, sitting back onto
Yeah.
there. I can do it in the box. What are you doing? Yeah.
I think that was
No worries. For everyone else, we're just going to start with those draw the swords, our weights by our shoulder, and we're going to draw the sword with that left arm. Oh yeah, just waiting for me, Leah. Conveniently. Good job, guys. Breathing through that movement. Exhaling as we draw that sword. Inhaling as we resheath it. That's a hard word to say.
What is it? What's the word?
Sheathing? Sheathing the sword.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't have a sword.
No, neither do I. Don't ask me why I know that. I just do. Maybe. Alright, if we're feeling good, we're going to add that dumbbell press once we've drawn the sword. So we're extending that arm out. Whilst we hold that, draw the sword, we're extending that arm up to the sky before we reset. step. Can you see the light at the end of the tunnel, ladies? Getting a nice full body burner here. Just like last time, if you're feeling like an additional challenge, you can come up to that high kneel when you extend that, draw the sword. So as you draw the sword, you can come up and then lower back down, or you can stay in the high kneel if you're wanting that additional challenge. Because it's not the weight on your ankles. Okay, yeah. Well, next time, if that's because that crunch or yeah, well, next time if that's just a nice stretch for that, and all time, yeah. You'll try it. So yeah. In 10, we're going to hold that static, draw the sword, and we're just going to stay with the dumbbell presses. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're holding that, draw the sword out, and we are just pressing to the sky. Finishing super nice and strong here, ladies. This is the end of the exercise. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, good job, good job. You can hang that strap back up with a long strap, and we're going to come into our warm down. So we just want one glute string for our warm down if we don't have that already. Taking our boxes off the reformer. Your favourite part, Natalie. And we're just going to come into a mermaid. So whilst we're facing the curtain, we'll do a mermaid on that side first. We're just going to have our shin pressed up against those shoulder blocks. The 90-90 flow with our knees. And on the foot bar, I'm just going to push that foot bar away and reach over the top. You can also come and rotate to have both hands onto the foot bar. Yeah, you just save that side. I did steps inner thighs and glutes class the other day. Oh. I was dead. Alright, when you're ready, bring that carriage in. You can either come to standing here, you can keep your knee on that platform carriage, and you can bring your foot to your bum and get a nice quad stretch as well. If it hurts your knee, come to standing. Quad stretch. Look to bum. That way. Yep. Yep, that way. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. It is late. It's almost 8 p.m. It's almost 8 p.m. That's why I'm talking like this. Alright. body, full body. Oh, the best. Stretch on it, so nice. Alright, when you're ready, we're going to come stand on the mirror side for that hip flexor stretch on the other leg this time. Mirror side foot in line with those springs, curve side leg, watch that carriage, drop the knee, push it away. Hopefully this class helps bring Father along.
Yes. Any minute now.
Any minute now, when's your due date?
Next week.
Oh, next week. Oh, sometime in the
Yeah.
future.
Next week.
Actually, it was today.
Yeah. Well, my first was pretty much on time. My second was 3 weeks early.
Oh, wow. Always one could be now.
Never know.
Can we bring that carriage in slightly and push out even further for that last little bit of that hip flexor? Alright, bring that carriage all the way in. We're going to flex that front foot, bending that knee slightly and leaning into that hamstring stretch. And keep your legs straight if you like, but I like to bend my knee a little bit, get more of that glute hamstring area up to your groin. Wraps right around. Coming up to standing, we're going to go and tap the quad stretch. You're going to keep your knee on the carriage, but come all the way up, but bringing your knee, your foot to your bum. Good. Didn't say this in the last leg, but if you tuck your bum under, yeah, tuck your bum under to like push your pelvis in, it pulls the quad through your groin more. Quite challenging. Alright, coming to standing on the mirror side, just going to go into a roll down, so tucking that chin to our chest, starting with our head, letting our arms hang nice and heavy, rolling down through that spine, all the way down, hanging nice and heavy here for a second. Taking a nice deep breath in, and in your own time, exhaling, you're going to roll back up vertebrae by vertebrae. I've left a wet wipe on everyone at Reformer. If you could please give the Reformers a nice wipe down in the weights. You two please wipe the boxes down as well and reset all the springs. I hope you enjoyed the class tonight. Thank you all
Thank
for
you very
listening.
much.
No worries. And if you have any feedback, I am all ears. I'd love to hear it. Otherwise, thank you again and I'll see you next time.
Thank you.